No.
This is
It's so lazy.
inconsistent.
Okay, are we doing it? 1, 2.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh my god. Okay. Oh, we're good to go. Okay. Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Codependence. I still have my wristband on from. Okay, so we went to Beyonce
Why did you have a wristband?
because we were sitting in the box seats.
I never got a wristband.
You never got a wristband?
No.
So you could like walk around and come back? Not that I did that.
I didn't really do anything. I literally walked in, got my seat, front row, went, got some mac and cheese and chicken tenders, and I sat.
I came and creeped on y'all's suite. You guys had a really great food selection.
Our food selection was bomb. We had a great drink selection. I wasn't drinking because I was puking in the morning, but
You weren't drinking?
No.
Wow.
and I haven't smoked weed in 5 days. I don't know what's up.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I feel great.
You do feel great.
No, I actually don't feel great. But like, it's just something that's happening right now. I don't know.
Well, look, I was drinking tequila last night.
Well,
Well,
did you have the cucumber jalapeno one?
that's my favorite one.
Oh, good.
I'm into like a cucumber jalapeno tequila.
I'm into a cucumber and jalapeno tequila drink as well. I actually love the idea.
That felt like it took so much effort to come out.
Okay, let me just say now, I've literally not slept. I got home at 3 a.m. and then it didn't make sense to sleep for 2 hours because then I had to take my mom to the airport at 5 a.m. Airport is actually to my house 20 minutes.
LaGuardia or
JFK.
JFK?
Took her to JFK.
I would never go
Came
to
back,
JFK.
and then at that point was so nervous that I would oversleep through this. So I had like 2 hours in between, but it was like, what do I do? So to the point where I just stayed up. I watched episodes, reruns of Family Matters, and then
You're so...
I got on the train, and I got lost on the train here. This is how tired I am. I got lost.
Okay. And you still made it here before me.
Duh. And so I got out at some stop, like only God knows. I don't even know what line I was on anymore. To the point where like I was on this train transferring at one point, and I saw this man with his full dick out. And let me just say, he actually had a really nice dick. But like, he was a homeless dude. He was sleeping down, pants like basically like balls were covered, but like dick up.
Dick up.
And
okay.
like here's what I'm trying to understand. Like, if you're homeless, how are you grooming my boy? But like, it was.
Hey, like
he kept it tight.
they carry supplies. Like they have things.
I stood near him for a minute, and then I realized I had absolutely no idea where I was, and I got out and I got in a cab.
Well, I'm glad that you got like what a full morning.
And
What
now
a
I have to
full
drive to
morning.
Boston.
You've seen a whole penis.
That's
you've
like
been
that's
to the airport.
one for the month. Amen.
Oh my gosh! But you've been to the airport. You've seen a whole penis.
Yeah.
A nice penis at that, which is always like a treat.
It was like chocolate.
You've met two grandpas. Oh my god! I don't want details on that.
It was almost like your skin color. I don't
like my summer color.
Yeah, like your summer.
Ooh.
It was nice.
I love a chocolate color.
I'm telling you, it was nice.
A chocolate
I took
colored
like
penis.
it wasn't like a double take. It was like a triple, fourth. I don't know.
A
It was
quad?
I
Wow.
kept looking,
All right. Well,
and this poor woman was so offended, and I was like, "It's not so bad."
I mean, it's fucking New York City at the end of the day. Okay, so I'm wearing my Beyonce shirt. Can you see it? Okay, I'm just gonna say, not even like a huge Beyonce fan. You know this,
Yeah.
but I'm gonna give her concert a 12 out of 10.
Duh.
Absolutely captivating.
Could have told you that.
She is like her presence when she came on stage for the first set
You
was
like her outfit?
angelic. That was the best part.
You like the opening?
The opening
Because you're like a
outfit-
sad girl.
No, I'm not a sad girl, but I just love her classics like I Care, 1+1, and then she did like the tribute to Tina Turner. I love like a ballad and
Exactly.
like the slow songs, and she's just angelic when she's like floating across the stage, and her first outfit was like that sequined dress.
And she was doing some of these.
Yeah, like she's a literal angel. She's a
Yeah,
fucking
I mean,
angel.
that is my girl. That
Yeah.
is my girl.
Your favorite part?
My favorite part. Well, I didn't know she sang "Rather Die Young," and that was a really nice surprise for me. I have been watching I've seen it all online. I thought, and that's something I haven't
You've seen it. You watched it all online.
Like
before you got to the
I feel like
concert?
I've seen all the clips. Like I kind of knew what to expect for the most part.
Wow.
That was the only surprise I had, is what I'll say.
Wow. I didn't watch anything.
Well, because you don't like Beyonce.
It's not that I don't like her. It's just, even if I was going to a concert of like, I'm the biggest fan, I don't think I would watch the entire What is up? What is your hair right now? What is... like, what is that?
Oh, also, I have a hole in my pants, and about 10 people fucking told me this on the way here. And by the 10th, I was like, I know, I fucking know, okay?
Is it
Like,
back on your ass?
it's literally a run.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, I just, even if there was like, yeah, we're having a struggle
So
morning.
tragic.
Should we take a minute? Let's just take a beat for a second.
Well, yeah. You know when you're so tired, your heart is palpitating?
Yeah.
That's where I am.
Yeah. I mean, I left the concert early
I know.
because I had to, or I was going to get home at 3 a.m.
I literally cursed you out in my head. I was like, ungrateful bitch.
I was like,
who the fuck does that? Who does that?
I just left right before like the second to last set because one, I was like, if I don't leave now, I'm going to be in traffic for 4 hours.
And that was supposed to be your test. And that's the one thing I asked of you. It was the one thing I asked. And I look over and there's no Ciara for heated.
I was so tired. I was fighting sleep prior to going to the concert. Then I was fighting sleep at the concert.
I was puking.
We got there so early also, but it was fine.
You guys were there, like, we posted up.
Yeah, we were there at like 6 o'clock.
What time did you guys have to meet up?
4:30.
4:30? We met at 6:30.
Yeah, and then we left by like 4:45, 4:50, and then we were there by 6 o'clock, and then we were kind of just like waiting. Not to mention I was like fighting sleep. We left the Hamptons early at like 11 o'clock. It was just, that's
a long day.
It was a long day. I was
not
struggling.
as long as mine, but it was long.
I mean,
if you were puking and like, then my mom made me go look at a condo.
Like,
what? I was like, really? This is what we're doing?
Yeah, no, I did feel bad, but I was like, I can't sit in traffic for 3 hours. I got home. I took my makeup off, surprisingly, and I jumped into the bed. Overall, I will say it was an angelic experience. I will go again. I will absolutely do it again. Yeah. I just need sleep.
Yeah, well, someone got sleep, so good for you. I have a list of things that I'd like to discuss today.
Okay, go.
Starting one, first I wanted to give y'all an update on the date that I went on.
Oh, okay.
Because we haven't talked about it.
Which one?
Well, let me tell them. So first off, this man is, and I told him to listen to this, so because he's asked for a review of the date, and I'm like, well, you'll get it on the podcast. So,
okay,
boom, you know who you are. He was late. Not like 10 minutes, not 5, not even your style late. He was like 20 minutes late. And
I resent that.
I'm going to give him 20 minutes. He texted me, he was communicative, fine. But I had to I was just sitting and waiting, feeling dumb.
At the restaurant.
Restaurant.
He was more than 10 minutes late.
He told me, before it was time for me to leave, he was like, I'm running like 10 minutes late. So I was like, fine. So then I ran 15 minutes late on purpose.
Right.
And then he was still late.
He's still late?
Yeah.
Okay.
Work, he said.
The reservation runs under his name.
Correct. But I knew his name.
Okay.
So
all right.
I told them.
Okay, so first strike.
Strike 1. Strike 2. We have not even, I don't think his wine was poured yet before he was like, oh yeah, by the way, I went on a speed date with Ciara.
Oh.
And I'm like, so you, I think I said to him, I was like, so you knew that, right? Like you knew that you had done this ahead of time.
Wait.
And he was like, yeah, I just thought it would make good conversation of the date.
Oh my God.
First off, Ciara dates so few people. So I
literally few people.
Waited.
So I'm like,
I waited. He was like, okay, I gotta go to the bathroom. I'm like, FaceTime. Ciara, you dated this man.
I know. I didn't answer the FaceTime. And then I saw the text and I was like,
and then the best part was you were like, oh, dark skin? And he was like, so she remembered me? And I was like, not quite.
Not quite. I was like, there's one or two people. There was one or two people. I was like, dark skin guy or the light skin guy.
I was like,
yeah, light skin guy. Yeah. We matched. That is so fucking crazy, but we matched. We were supposed to go on a date, and then I was packing for Winter House, like trying to get my shit together, and then I had to leave to go start filming. But then I was like, when I come back in like 2.5 weeks,
I don't think he's fine. He's
I'd
like
love
a serial
to go
first
out.
dater.
Oh, really?
Like he told me he loves first date.
Who the fuck says they love a first date?
You know what though? Like Nene was like basically regardless, you guys start looking at dates like practice. Like,
Yeah,
it's
a
just
lot of
like,
people
you're
do
just
say that.
like warming up. This is so rude, warming up for the right one. Like, sorry, bro. But like,
Well, he said he likes first dates, so he's also warming up for the first one.
yeah.
I mean, the right one.
I don't know.
What?
We have no further plans. We have chatted a bit, but nothing. Oh, on top of that, so sorry. Let me go back to the fact that he's also fucked someone that we know.
You better tell me right now. Oh, really? Recently?
I didn't ask the timeline.
Okay. Damn.
But I was like, this is all a little too
It's too close. Okay, so we're eliminating him. X, we're never gonna speak to him again.
Well, we're chatting is used that very, very lightly.
Yeah, loosely. Okay. Interesting.
Haven't seen him again. Have no plans to see him again.
So
he's also in Puerto Rico.
Like there was no securing of a second date on the first date.
No.
Did y'all go somewhere after?
We actually went to a park and like sat and smoked a J.
after the
dinner.
restaurant?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's cool. I like that.
It was actually nice. That part was like chill.
Yeah.
Like easy to talk to, cool personality.
How old is he?
30 something, 32, 33. I don't know. But like
that is
on top of the fact that he
crazy.
also fucked this girl that we know. Or slept with, I should say. Let me just clean it up. I couldn't remember her name. I like knew.
But he knew all of this coming to the date.
No,
like,
we figured that out.
Okay, later.
Yeah, on the
I was going to be like, this is weird
we then
that he
followed each other on Instagram and like looked at our mutuals type of thing.
Okay. Okay.
And like he couldn't remember her name. I couldn't remember her name. But I was like, but my penis hasn't been inside of her.
Yeah, you should remember her name.
So that's actually when I say we're talking loosely, like we're still chatting, that a lot of the chat has been trying to figure out her name.
How did he know that? How did he know that he went out? How did he know that you knew me?
A picture of us.
Interesting.
That's why you were saying he followed me.
Remember, I was like, I know. And once he said, I went on a date with Ciara, I was like, well, I looked you up, obviously. I saw that you followed her.
Mm.
But I guess I never even.
That was like me within the first 6 months of New York.
My
I was
God.
a different person then.
Okay, well,
the fact
that's
that I even went on speed dates. Okay.
But also, a lot of like our listeners were so cute because I was waiting. Or like,
Oh my God,
I think I posted that I don't know what I did. I think I posted like the next day that like something of the food or whatever. And they were like, oh my God, I hope this was the date.
Oh.
Like, I hope it went well. Well, now you know. Yeah, so that's that.
Well, it didn't go wrong.
It didn't go badly.
Yeah.
He was like perfectly nice,
Yeah.
respectful, whatever. Cool guy. I honestly think, I'm not trying to friend zone him, but I think we could be cool friends.
You're trying to friend zone him.
Well,
It feels like it. Because you're not trying to like jump his bones either. So it's like.
yeah, no, I didn't feel, but I also don't necessarily feel, oh my God, I have so many dating updates.
Okay, stop bragging.
No, because like, okay, there was a guy that you know that I was really into, but then I kind of like cut him off. I wasn't because of Oliver. No, he's dead to me.
Okay. Oh, yeah,
And
wow.
Where like this man unfollowed me on Instagram. He like, I felt so good. Like
give him a nickname. We're
gonna call him. Well, he is a brown. Like he,
girl, keep it PG. Like, give him a nickname.
Well, okay.
We're gonna call him Bumble.
I did meet him on Bumble.
Okay, let's
originally.
just call him
Let's call him Bumble. Okay. So basically, I'm like going into the city one night last week, and all of a sudden on my Hinge, it's him, and it says "Hello, stranger." And
oh
when
my God,
I
that's
tell
giving
you,
Joe,
like you, Joe.
Mm-hmm. Hello, stranger.
No, he's not even that type of vibe of a guy.
No.
Anyway, like he's back. He's back. I got a roster now. Like I'm lining them up. Let's go. He's coming to New York this week.
Not all the clapping. The
I'm
bending.
ready. I tell you when I got this hello stranger, I was on the train like, yes! I jumped for joy like a giddy little girl.
Okay.
So he's back.
And Have you guys made plans to hang out already?
Wednesday.
Damn. Okay. When do you come back from Boston?
Wednesday.
Oh, wow. Okay. Waste no time.
No. So that's that. Bumble's back. Let's go.
Okay.
And then on top of it, my mom visited this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
And I did have a sleepover on Friday. And she was with unnamed.
With
and not Bumble.
Okay, wait. Okay.
This is just another person. We're going to call
keeping
him.
her aligned. You had a sleepover on Friday, not with your mother, but with a man while your mother was staying at your place?
No, my mom came on Saturday morning.
Oh, okay.
I washed her sheets and everything. Just if that.
Oh, my God.
Is that too much?
Perhaps.
Okay, well, not that it was necessary. Like, it was just, like, the right thing to do. Anyway, she walks in, and in a minute, she was like,
who was here?
There's an essence of a man here.
She's like, I smell him.
And
he
I
just
was like,
left. He left at 10:05, and it's
when
now
I'm telling
11:07.
you, I walked him out with the dogs to take the dogs out. I took one block, and then my mom pulled up. Like, right there.
Wow.
So when she just looked at me, and I was like, you know, when my mouth quivers, that's what was happening. And I was like, we just gotta move on.
Yeah, just get your shit. Let's get in the house. Like, how are you? How was the drive?
Yeah. Do you need anything? Here's a tea.
Interesting. I was about to, but I kind of feel like I already know who it was.
I don't actually think you do.
Oh. Okay.
You could call him Hinge. He's from Hinge.
Oh. Are all these guys that you talk to are from dating apps? Not all these guys, as if there's like.
Well, let's.
Well,
list
actually,
them.
you just said there's a roster.
No, not all of them.
Okay. Are you on one hand right now, or two?
I'm on one hand.
Okay.
And only talking.
Not
like
fornicating.
No fornication with all of these men.
Okay.
Other than the sleepover.
I was like, but you did, but whatever. At your own pace. Reveal when you're ready.
Sleepover is someone I've known for a long time.
Okay. You want to hear about my roster?
Yeah.
There's no one on it.
Okay, so I know I'm not alone in saying that I have 1 million subscriptions and there's no way I'm keeping track of all of them. Just last week, I realized I was paying for not 1, but 2 subscriptions to Paramount Plus, and I haven't used that app in months, which is why I use Rocket Money. Rocket Money is a personal finance app that finds and cancels your unwanted subscriptions, monitors your spending, and helps lower your bills, all in one place. The app is so easy to use, literally all you have to do is push cancel and they do the rest. There's no sitting on the phone with customer service, or trying to reason with a sales rep, or trying to find the cancellation button. Rocket Money does it all for you. Just one button and you're free. Get rid of your unnecessary and unwanted subscriptions today with Rocket Money. Rocket Money also helps you manage all your finances in one place and automatically categorizes your expenses, so you can easily track your budget in real time and also get alerted if anything looks off. Stop throwing away your money today, cancel your unwanted subscriptions, and manage your expenses the easy way by going to rocketmoney.com/codpod. That's rocketmoney.com/CODPOD. rocketmoney.com/codpod.
I would like to talk about Carlee Russell.
Yeah, I know you would. Yeah.
First off, did we take a week off of recording? Or like we recorded in like our recording schedule last week.
Dude, I can't tell you. I don't
ruined the sequence of events really, because like so much happened last week in true crime. Because the Long Island serial killer allegedly was arrested.
Why you say allegedly? I feel like he
like
was.
the alleged Long Island serial killer.
Okay. Yeah. Order matters.
It does. I haven't slept.
No, okay.
And also, please don't correct me here.
Oh,
Remember?
I was just saying.
No, I can't speak English.
Okay, well, I was just saying because we're just trying to clarify for the people.
I'm kidding.
Alleged.
So this man was arrested. That was crazy. But what was crazier was the fact that the Carlee Russell thing was a whole ass hoax.
Okay, so I want to let you know that Maya calls me talking about this Carlee Russell thing. Would text me, and this is the beginning stages of it. She's like, this woman's been arrested. She's been kidnapped. She was sex trafficked. She saw a toddler. She was lured in by this. And
I was feeling so sorry for her.
I was like, whoa, oh my gosh, no way. I didn't understand. I was like, well, what happened to the kid? And you were like, no, the kid was just like a pawn. So then they sex trafficked her. I was very into it, very into it. A couple days later, I get a text of it all unraveling, and Maya's like losing her mind. She's like, no, it was all fake. Can you believe this? She did it for revenge to get back at her boyfriend. And I was like,
Well, listen,
this is why I can't keep up with true crime.
that's not true, but like it's so rare in America for a missing person of color to actually get the national recognition that she did.
Right. So I'm trying to.
So I'm like, in what world did you think that this was a good move for our people? Like,
Okay.
it makes us look so. It's up there with BET.
Just like the sheer disappointment.
Like, come on. Of all things, everyone finally cared about a black girl.
Okay, but also, how did it catch such national news so quickly?
I think
also,
because her family was like, this is crazy. She was supposedly, when she got kidnapped, on the phone. Do you know the full story? Like, do I need to break down like some of it?
yeah, you can break it down because I'm detached.
Okay, so like the original story was that she called 911 when she was on the highway because she saw a toddler by himself on the side of the road.
Mm-hmm.
And she called 911, was told to wait there. She hung up with 911, police are on their way. Then she calls a family member, and while on the phone with the family member, she's telling them what happened. She screams and the line goes dead or something. So
This is some
can
grade
you
A
imagine
acting.
like a family member hearing you saying you're stopping on the side of the road and then you're screaming as if you were
Yeah, killed or kidnapped or
right.
whatever.
So and then there's no sign of her. This bitch took her wig off. She left her wig. She left her wig on the side of the road.
When I first heard about this and we were talking about it, I was like, just know if I left my hair behind, my wig, my extensions, my weave, whatever, if I left that behind, I'm gone.
Okay,
Like
but
something's not right here.
so you know what? And I think I said this too. What it didn't make sense to me is if she was actually kidnapped for sex trafficking, why wouldn't they keep her wig? Like, you think you're gonna sell her with her cornrows?
Hey,
Not
look.
that that's not cute. Cornrows can be very cute.
Yeah, I was like, look, well, just
But like,
I would
obviously
leave it
that's not her preferred hairstyle.
right, but I would leave it as a sign that shit's not right here, and I feel like that's very much what that was because I don't know if you love your extensions like me, bitch. Hell or high water, they're coming with me.
This is a little tangent, but I always think about like if I committed a crime, like the hair that would be left is my weave. So it's like
And your lashes.
Okay, well, not even thinking like that. So like some woman in India is gonna get targeted for the murder, not me. This isn't my DNA.
No, but
Please don't do this. Don't.
I'm
correct
not.
me.
No,
Don't
yeah,
do it.
okay.
Not today. Okay, so back to Carlee. So then they're looking for her for like 2 days. Things aren't adding up though because she like went to go pick up food. She also stopped at Target for like snacks. The food was in the cart, but the bitch took her snacks.
this is before she saw the toddler.
No, this is like
She stopped there.
so
before.
like she stopped on the side of the road and created her own disappearance basically, which is interesting because that's actually what we spoke about last week.
Yeah.
So yeah, when she disappeared like into the woods and wherever she went, it's still unclear. Like she hasn't really been talking to the cops, is what they're saying, because she was originally saying because of trauma, but now they're like, we know that you are lying. So like they haven't really released all these details, but like I'm assuming that she got out the car, went into the woods or something, and just like walked away. But she was like, but at least I'm gonna take my Cheetos. It was like Cheetos that she took with her. But like the receipt or like there was video camera footage that she just purchased Cheetos. Like
It's so funny how you think you could get away with something, but literally everything is recorded in this world.
And then
Like,
did you know what she was Googling? Taken the movie. How old are like she was Googling Taken, okay? How old like do you have to be for an Amber Alert? Do Amber Alerts cost money?
wait a minute. This bitch Googled, do Amber Alerts cost money? She's gonna what? Buy her own Amber Alert?
I
and put it
honestly
out?
think she was like, I don't want this to cost my family money.
Right. Or like, I don't want to be charged with this Amber Alert. What, are you stupid?
Well, evidently.
Yes.
The answer is yes.
The answer is yes.
Yeah. And then like
Why Taken? Out of all movies, Taken. She could have just like brushed up on some like actual true crime
This is what
type
I'm
of
saying. I'm
disappearance
telling
type
you.
of thing.
I know I wouldn't be able to pull it off, but like I would have gone a lot further than she did.
For facts.
She was
Also,
Googling how to rob like a cash register without getting caught.
Rob a cash. First of all, I feel like in these like true crime anything, the search history always gets brought up. Everyone always looks at the search history. Like,
And if
can
you know
see
that,
everything.
doesn't everyone know that?
Yeah, like this is so stupid. Why would you search all of this in Google? Not an attempt to clear your search history. Not that you can even clear a search history because it's all there. You just left an electronic footprint of everything that you just did. Okay.
Correct. The other thing is like, why? I guess
Is she going to jail?
She's arrested, but she's been released on bail.
Is this a felony or like
No, they're misdemeanors.
Misdemeanors. Ah.
So it's like, does it even really matter?
What's the difference between a misdemeanor and
Okay, I don't know. But I should.
But I know a
that a felony
misdemeanor
is worse.
yeah.
Yes.
I was like, I know a misdemeanor is not as bad as a felony, but like, what? You just like pay a fine or like do some community service and move on.
I don't know what they're gonna do. I think, and like from one of the press conferences that I watched, it seems like they want to charge her with more things,
Yeah.
but like literally the law has not allowed them to as of yet.
Mm.
I don't feel like this is the end of this saga.
Mm.
And then like this has not been confirmed. This is just a chatter. First off, Black Twitter's going crazy over this.
Black threads too, probably.
What is it? That Beyonce song, I wanna go missing. People are putting that behind and like being Carlee Russell
gosh.
and like the Dora the Explorer guy that walks around. Like it's just crazy on Twitter.
Okay.
Okay, so that's Carlee, but they're saying
Is this? I heard it was like in revenge.
for her boyfriend because
Yeah.
he cheated on her with a stripper.
Mm.
And by boyfriend I mean ex-boyfriend. They weren't even together at the time that it happened. And now he went up publicly and was like, I miss, like, please come home, baby. Da, 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 da.
Yeah, like he was like fighting.
Right. And now
like,
he's been like,
really
I'm just
fighting
completely disgusted by her. Yeah.
So this man was not even her legit boyfriend. This was like revenge because he cheated on her with the stripper.
Allegedly.
Honey, the boy is trash. Just let him be trash on his own by himself.
Now
Now
I
look
actually
at
know
you.
a person he could be trash with.
Exactly. Exactly. So now you just caught some misdemeanor charges, all for what? Like that, I don't understand. Like people who don't think ahead, it's really basic.
Like you ruined your life for a man that was not thinking about you.
Simple skill, thinking ahead. I feel like, they talk about it all the time. Elementary school, middle, high school, you're
Planning.
at home, planning.
What is it?
The future.
P's?
Foreshadowing.
No,
What?
like proper planning prevents poor performance.
Piss poor performance.
Nope. Okay, add another P in there.
I'm adding another P. Piss poor performance because that just fucking. Are you kidding me? You got 2 misdemeanors because what? He cheated on you now. Like you just fucked up. This is why you cannot let a motherfucker get you that mad. You cannot let him have the power to get you that mad because then you start making all these fucking irrational decisions that end up fucking yourself over. It's like you bit your nose off to spite your face. Like he's fine. He's fine, and he's probably calling that stripper as we speak.
I hope he is. I hope he got like a victory ride after.
Which further, girl,
Yeah.
stupid.
It's yes, it's just bad. It's bad. Come on now.
Like
Now someone's actually going missing and no one's gonna like.
and
I posted that she was missing. I
You
was like,
did.
oh my
I saw
god,
that.
this is crazy. This poor woman.
Not stay off social media, but stay out of shit. I'm minding my business.
The thing is, like, I do care so much about true crime, so it's like it's in my blood to want to share these
Yeah.
things because I do believe like people can be found. Like I keep seeing this one person on my timeline. Did I just date myself? My feed. And I'm like, everyone's posting about her. I'm not sure what the connection is. It seems like there's a Bravo connection of some sort. I don't know if you've seen. It's a woman of color also that's missing. Supposedly, not supposedly, is missing. In I want to say like Charleston, but I don't. Now I'm like scared. I'm gonna post it anyway though.
I know it's like you post
Because
even
like,
if
what's
it is
the
fake.
risk? It's only 24 hours on my thing. Like, maybe that could help someone find her. Versus, like, let's just.
Yeah, that's true.
Carlee is not the norm.
No,
Yeah. Okay,
I don't
so
know.
you want to switch gears?
Please.
So
bitch
this is
pissed
when
me
I
off.
was. Oh. Sorry, I got distracted. I got a text from another boy. I haven't even put him on the roster yet.
That also was such a like, oh, like okay.
Because I didn't have his number saved, so I had to like literally do the math of who he was. Because there are so many these days.
Oh my gosh, she's such a fucking bragger.
But
I'm glad the well is wet.
The things I could say. Okay, so this is what I wrote this down maybe 2 weeks ago. I was high.
Mm-hmm.
So this is like I do kind of want to introduce a segment.
Are you
like
smoking or doing edibles?
Smoking.
Okay.
Maya's high thought of the episode. So I was listening. So you know how I like to listen to music when I'm high. I like to listen to music and play games on my phone and be outside.
Mm-hmm.
I also got my outdoor furniture. It's like outside is popping.
Oh, nice.
So I'm outside and it's late at night and The Business comes on. Know the song?
It gives me the business.
There you go. Okay. So
Yeah.
I'm listening to the lyrics and you know that meme with that guy? I don't even know who he is. I think he's like a basketball player and he's like,
Yeah, Jimmy Butler.
it's not Jimmy Butler. Or at least not the one I'm thinking of. And then there's usually like math.
Yeah, it's
He's
like the question marks. Yeah. I know
okay, so
exactly
like
who.
I'm listening to this lyric and I'm like, oh my god, throwback. I'm singing da da da, and then I'm listening to what he's saying, and I literally did that face, and I had to back the song up to make sure I heard it properly.
Okay.
And this is what he says. I'm vibing. Literally record break because I don't understand what this man said, so I rewind it and I listen again, and I was like, no, I must have not heard that right. So I googled the lyrics.
Okay.
And the lyrics say, I want to give it to you for an hour or two until you come. Who the fuck is fucking for an hour or two?
This is what you rewinded back?
Because it takes him 2 hours to make a girl come?
Okay, I just had this conversation this weekend, actually. It was like, have sex for an hour or have sex for an hour or come like in 1 minute every time.
Okay, but I have to stipulate.
Have sex for an hour before you come every time or come every minute. Not every minute, but like you come in 1 minute.
But after the 1 hour, you do come.
Yeah.
That's guaranteed?
I mean, I would fucking hope so. I don't know, but I would fucking hope so.
I'm going for the hour at that rate. But,
okay, a lot of people said, I'd rather come every minute or like.
But it's not every minute. It's like, can you imagine me a guy, you stick it and you come in a minute?
Yeah, I was like, that
and that happens.
Yeah, I was like, that has happened. But I would rather like have an hour as opposed to like this guy coming in 1 minute. That's so boring.
Well, I think if it's a guy coming every minute or in a minute, it's a hard no. I think for a female, because it's also like just like difficult for them.
Yeah, it's like rocket science.
Yeah. So like that's why I'm like, it has to be guaranteed at that hour. But why is it taking young Berg 2 hours?
Young Berg 2 hours. Probably like drugs.
Do not give this man any excuses. No, he's not coming. He's telling her he's going to make you come in
an hour or two.
I want to climb on top of you and give it to you for an hour and two or till you come.
Or? He says that an or?
Give it to you for an hour or two.
Or two.
Until you come.
Oh, okay. Maybe they're just like edging, you know?
I don't even know what that means. Could you explain?
Like you take it to the edge, but you just like back off like right when you're about to. So it's like you just like this like cycle of like almost getting there but not quite, but like almost getting there but not quite.
That's to me the equivalent of like when you say right there, like don't stop, and then they actually do something different.
Yeah.
Why do you do that?
That's that.
But why I literally told you don't stop and you stopped and did something else because you thought that was appropriate.
Well, because I think like guys get in their head and then they're like, oh yeah, this is good, and then they try to switch it up. I'm like, you just fucked yourself, dude.
And you
literally
just fucked me,
over.
Really.
Yeah.
Not good though.
Yeah. But like maybe I kind of like a long drawn out situation.
Okay, so you're Team Berg. You're Team Berg.
Now 2 hours, that's a little excessive. 1
To me,
and a half,
it's
I
like
could do.
you're like it's like, oh, you just like can't find the spot type of thing. That's like all I can. Like what?
No, it's not
I
that.
would be like,
think
just
it's
come already.
taking-
I'm obviously not going to. Like, what are you doing?
It's like a taking your time taking your time podcast. It's a taking your time situation
No.
compared to fucking lightning speed rabbit situation.
Okay. Obviously,
Has
Ciara
this
and I don't agree
become-
on this. I want to know what y'all think. I'm going to post this in the stories, and I want to know if you think that Berg is an appropriate example for sex.
I don't think many rappers are an appropriate example for sex, but go off.
But if you were a rapper, wouldn't you be like, oh yeah, I'm going to hit your G-spot so quick, baby, I'll fuck you good.
No.
Come in 2 seconds.
No. Honestly, I feel like we have, opened up the doors to we have a sex podcast at this point in time because we talk so much about sex and dating and just fornicating and lack of licking assholes. It's endless content there.
You're welcome.
You're right. Yeah.
Like, are you mad? I don't get it.
No.
Our next partner is AG1, the daily foundational nutrition supplement that supports whole body health. I drink it literally every day. I gave AG1 a try because I was having trouble sticking to a daily pill-taking routine but still wanted to take supplements to support my overall health. I love taking AG1 for so many reasons. 1, it's delicious. Really it is, and y'all know I'm picky. 2, it's easy and all-encompassing. I mean, really. Why take a bunch of different things when you can mix 1 scoop of powder and water once a day? Taking AG1 really is a no-brainer. AG1 was designed with ease in mind so you can live healthier and better without having to complicate your routine. It replaces your multivitamin, probiotic, and more in 1 simple drinkable habit. Every scoop is packed with 75 vitamins, minerals, probiotics, and whole food source ingredients of high quality that give me major benefits like gut and mood support, boosted energy, and even healthier looking skin, hair, and nails. In the late morning before lunch, which is when I typically have a dip in my energy levels, I drink AG1 and I feel ready to take on the rest of my day. I'm giving my body the nutrition it craves. With AG1, taking good care of my body each day really is so simple. Since I've been drinking AG1, I've noticed an overall feeling of health. My energy levels are far more consistent, and I've noticed a boost in my mental clarity, digestion, and focus. If you want to take ownership of your health, try AG1 and get a free 1-year supply of vitamin D and 5 free AG1 travel packs with your first purchase. Go to drinkag1.com/codpod. That's drinkag1.com/codpod. Check it out.
You know what rapper I do like who's just really cute to see? He
I don't know what he looks like. I'll Google.
I'm saying cute in the way in his lyrics and how he raps because he just loves having a girlfriend and he thinks that she's beautiful with no makeup on. You know that song?
So I don't.
Singing my favorite song. Oh my gosh, you know this song. No, a lot of his rap songs are sweet and they're love songs and it's so cute. Oh my god,
That's
even
YK
I was waiting for you to finish.
It's literally making my eyes water. There should be steam
Oh,
coming out of my
YK.
ears. What is happening? YK. He sings that song "Worth It," and he's always doing something crazy on the Shade Room. But you've unfollowed the Shade Room.
Video?
YK. The guy.
Oshry. Oh. Honestly, today's not a good day.
YK.
Osiris?
Yes.
Yeah. Is that? It's not how you pronounce it. Maybe it is.
I'm not going to try because, as you know, I cannot.
Osiris.
Yeah. You knew what I was talking about this whole time?
Wow.
He's always I want to be in love, doing some weird shit. But then he's also kind of.
It's not weird.
Okay, but then he also tries to kiss people in public places with absolutely no consent.
Yeah, he had a baby with what's
A
her name?
baby? He is a baby. He had a baby?
Wait, let me see this man.
I gotta pull up his face.
You know what I'm thinking of? Oh my God, Lord forgive me, OT Genesis.
No, that's very different.
That's so different. Why the fuck?
That he had a baby with Malika, yes.
Yes.
This
I
is
was
what
like,
I'm saying. A baby? That's a baby.
oh, this is him.
You
Yeah, he's a baby.
I mean,
This is
maybe
the
he's
guy
not.
who was buying like actual real large carat diamond earrings. He posted it, lost it the next day. I think he spent like over 200-something thousand on these earrings. And then was it Chad Ochocinco or came out and was like, bro, go to Claire's and get the same earrings
And no one needs to know.
for $25 and no one needs to know. It's like now you just like bought these earrings, you lost out on like a couple $100,000. And
But
like,
Chad Ochocinco is a cheap motherfucker.
he is a cheap motherfucker.
Like he
but
does
honestly,
his girl's
I
hair because he doesn't want to pay for it. You don't see those videos?
No,
He's
but I
like-
think
he buys the braiding hair. He's putting box braids in his girl's hair because he's like, he was like, fun fact, y'all, go on YouTube, do the tutorials. You just saved yourself $200. Like, oh God, she can't go to Harlem and get her hair done for $200.
he is a cheap motherfucker.
That's cheap as hell. He's like, I do her nails too.
okay. When is it wrong to tell a guy that like you're cheap and I can't live like this? Or it's like, or you guys like don't have the same standards of living. Like, do you dump this person or do you like say something if they're like, if you feel like you could see yourself with them?
Well, I don't think I could see myself with someone like that. So like, I don't think it gets to
Like
the point.
all of their other qualities are great, but you're like, your living situation is weird. You're not dirty, but like,
If you have a roommate, I'm not dating you. Like
I
dating.
kind of
I'm
feel
not
that way too.
I'm not going to like date you. I'll talk to you, but I'm never gonna like you.
Okay, if he has a roommate and he's in his 20s, or if he has a roommate and he's in his 30s.
I'm not talking to you if you're in your 20s.
I know.
Not because I'm an ageist, because I literally don't even know what that would look like. One and two.
I will say, apparently, like the younger guys have really been like hitting the spot lately for some people. In my
Oh,
life.
like young Berg.
Who are all these people?
Young Berg is the business.
Oh, no, I'm saying like some like girls. Some of my friends have like dipped into like the lower 20s dating pool, and they're in their 30s.
Lower 20s just seems really young.
Like 23, 24.
I just feel like we're at such different places in our life.
No, you absolutely
Like,
are, but
I'm
doesn't
not
mean that like, oh
going to Mr. Purple with you.
my God.
Do you know what I
I
mean?
would never.
Like that's the thing. Like you're gonna
Yeah.
want to go. The vibes are different.
Well, the vibes are different because it's like, okay, we go out on a date, like, and then you have to ask, like, so
can you
we-
afford this?
Can I get a bottle or like,
right?
do I
Like,
just get one drink? Not saying that a 24-year-old can't be
provide?
successful.
Yeah, but like it just feels wrong.
Okay, so if he has a different standard of living, it's like, do you're like, oh, well, I don't live here, so it doesn't really matter. But it's like, okay, well, one day,
Well, it's not like standard of living. It's just like I think how you view the value of money is more like fundamentally important, because if you are, first off, if I'm in your space judging you how you utilize your things, and you are then in my space judging me how I utilize things, like
yeah,
that's going to be problematic. In fact, somebody from my roster is
she's like, and I'm talking to you.
is like, I believe that we were raised in similar economic
Brackets.
I believe that we grew up in similar economic brackets, and I think that I've worked really hard to make myself comfortable, but I feel the judgment when he's over, even like when I grab too many paper towels, for example. Like,
Oh yeah,
things like that. Like my parents used to be like, they like, money doesn't grow on trees. And also, like, you
money-
don't need all, like, use a regular cloth, like use a kitchen cloth. You don't need a paper towel for everything.
Yeah,
Da, da,
oh
da.
my God.
Whereas like
Yeah, oh my God.
when I tell you at all times, I have at least 12 rolls of paper towels at my
Yeah.
home, and like I use them. It's not good for the planet. I need to stop. Sure, but
But
like
it's
it's like
paper
one of
and
the
it's-
luxuries for me. It makes me feel good.
It's paper, it's biodegradable, but my mom was the same way. We had to use napkins. She would be like, use a napkin, don't use a paper towel.
Right, and that's
I
how
used
my
to
dad
always
is.
be like, what is the fucking difference?
Right.
But difference in costs, little did I know. But
Yes,
like,
get it. I get it. I totally get
Right.
it. But I don't want you to be judging me for
your paper towel usage.
Correct.
Paper towel usage.
and therefore I will. It's over. And for those reasons, I'm out.
For those reasons. Yeah, like that. Yeah. Okay. I feel like, because I'm the same way. I am an abundance type of person. Like if I'm ordering takeout, I'm ordering multiple things because I either want to try it or I'm just like, I don't know exactly what I want. So I'm just ordering everything, or I just like need space. I'm from Georgia. I need space. I need to spread out. I have a lot of shit, clothes, shoes. Yes. Could I live more minimally? Perhaps. Am I going to? No. I feel like I've also worked pretty hard to like kind of like,
Set yourself up. Make
yeah,
yourself
set myself-
comfortable.
yeah, and like not because I feel like you carry on like a lot of your parents' baggage, obviously, when you go off and live on your own, and like, but like some of that shit pisses you off, so you do the opposite, and which
But
is like
it's also
what
like
I
it's not like I'm irresponsible. Like bills are
Right.
paid, things are good.
totally, absolutely, but I'm like, I know I want to live a certain way, and especially like, okay, like when a family comes along, like that's kind of like what I think about, and I'm like, am I gonna have to be asking or debating, pleading that we need to have this and that, and like this other person's like, oh well, you don't really need all that, and I'm like, yes, the fuck we do.
You know, this actually comes up all the time on Married at First Sight. Have you ever seen that show?
Yeah, well, I saw the first couple seasons.
Okay, I was actually I binged a season like recently, and basically there was this one couple that was like, the guy believed that like his idea of travel was like going on a road trip to Texas.
Yeah,
And her idea of travel was like, I'm going to
Hell.
Europe once a year. I'm going to the Caribbean. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. Blah, 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 blah.
that is actually another great point of contention because no,
Right. And so I'm like, that, and those are so contrasting.
yeah,
Like, that's not going to work. If you think traveling to Texas is fun,
is a vacation.
exactly, like I'm supposed to, like, that's gonna enrich me. I'm sure I
Yeah.
can learn something, whatever, but like that's not what I want.
Right, yeah.
And I don't. I'm like,
No, I'm out on
I'm
that.
out.
I will say, when I was like living before I moved to New York, I didn't realize how many people travel internationally, and like that's like so much a part of that's like their vacation style.
Mhm.
And I think I was so used to just people like, oh well, like we'll just go to Florida, like, and I even when I was living in Georgia and like people would want to go to Florida, I would always be like, I don't want to fucking go to Florida. Like I'd rather like, go as far as I can. So, okay, like let's go to California if
Right.
we're going to stay in the United States. But like coming to New York has really like opened up my eyes in the vacationing aspect and just traveling and even how they spend their time across overseas also,
Mhm.
which I think is so vital for learning. That's cheesy, but now when I think of vacationing, I'm like, I'm only going internationally. Like,
Right.
yeah, I can go to whatever part of the United States, but I'm not, because why would I spend, a week there when I could spend, if I just like budget correctly and plan my time accordingly, I can go spend 2 weeks in Europe and like be immersed in a different culture.
Mhm.
Like, I don't think at this point I would be able to do like the Texas road trip.
First up, road trip. Like, we can't even take a plane to Texas.
No, I do love a road trip.
I feel like
but
you probably romanticize those.
I like them for like hiking.
That I can understand.
But once
That I
every
think is
once every
understandable.
couple years.
Sure. Have you
Not
ever done
every-
like cross country or anything of the sort?
I went from California, Oregon to Washington.
Oh, that sounds nice.
That was a road trip. That took us like 8 days.
That sounds nice.
And I want to do like a Wyoming, Colorado, Utah, Arizona type of situation. I don't know in what order, North Dakota, South Dakota, whatever type of road
Okay.
trip.
Even
But-
that sounds more interesting.
But that's like we go do that, we're done. Like,
You're still going to Europe that year.
yeah, I'm still going to Europe. For sure.
Or somewhere.
Yeah.
It doesn't, Europe, whatever. Maybe Africa.
Yeah. I'll fucking live in Africa.
There you go. So yeah.
But like those are deal breakers.
It feels like it. I mean, it's the kind of thing where like, if I'm at a restaurant with you and I'm like, wait, can I order this appetizer? Like, am I being like, is this going to hurt your pocket?
Yeah. Like, am I rocking the boat if I order
Right.
this?
Like, Are you going to be in a bad mood if I order this appetizer, basically?
One of my friends told me that it's like financial trauma. Like if you didn't grow up with like the means and you kind of have like provided for yourself now and like you like the freedom of being able to just do whatever, but you still have like this PTSD from like, oh, well, like what if I spend too much? Like I've felt that for a while and I was like, that made me uncomfortable living that way. And so not that I'm like I'm just blowing money, but I'm like, I'm trying to set myself up in the best possible way so that like I don't have to worry about it. Like I'm not like one small thing's not rocking the boat. Like order what you want at dinner, like get what you want. Like I can go out and pay for like a friend's meal if I need to, or a group dinner, and it's no big deal because like I've budgeted and I've saved accordingly and correctly. And like I think financial freedom, although I don't feel like I have like complete and total financial freedom, but it's like one of my goals ultimately to live how I want to. Okay, I'm done.
Thank you. That was beautiful, Ciara. Lastly, let's give you some medical jargon. Did you hear what happened with Bronny?
Yes.
So I learned recently, but I didn't do any research about this because I specifically wanted you to tell me that cardiac arrest is different than a heart attack.
Yes.
And I feel like that's not really commonly understood unless I'm just so stupid.
No, it's actually people use it interchangeably a lot.
I was saying what he had was a heart attack. So let's break. What is the difference? One, and also did Damar Hamlin, if you are familiar with that, did he have a heart attack or
cardiac
did he
arrest?
He also went to cardiac arrest. Okay.
So when you have a cardiac arrest, there's zero. It's like. I mean, if you look at it on like a
like no heart function.
Yeah. Yeah. So the heart stops. Okay. It's at rest. Arrest means at rest. So the heart stops pumping.
Okay.
If you look at it at like on like an EKG,
it's a flat line.
It's a flat line. A heart attack is actually a myocardial infarction. An infarction refers to in the heart you have coronary arteries. And the coronary arteries give the blood supply to the heart. And so when a person has a heart attack, they will have a blockage in the coronary arteries, and that creates a disruption in blood flow. So then you have dead space in that area, and that's a heart attack. So because you need... I know. It's like... Okay. I'm like, so myocardial infarction is just a clot in the coronary arteries that stops the blood flow to the heart, which prevents disruption in function.
Okay.
And then you have a cardiac arrest where the heart stops beating. When you have a cardiac arrest, that's when you need the life-saving interventions of CPR. And for him, he probably needed CPR.
And a defibrillator? Is that the wrong word?
No, it's not. So, yeah, like most people have like an AED, an automatic defibrillator on site. You can, you don't shock asystole though.
What does that mean?
No heartbeat.
You don't shock people if they don't have a heartbeat?
Mm-mm.
Okay. So it's not like charge?
Because there's certain heart rhythms that you shock. It gets tricky because certain heartbeats are incompatible with life, so you need to shock them back into like a normal rhythm. And there's certain heartbeats that you shock, and there's certain heartbeats that you don't. It's like certain rhythms need certain things. Like torsades needs magnesium. Like it's like a lot of different things. It's never going to be.
This is not the day for me to even try to follow anything real.
But Bronny James had a cardiac arrest. So his heart stopped beating. A lot of times athletes have these heart conditions that go undiagnosed or unnoticed.
This is where I was going.
Until like, you know, they're playing sports.
Right.
And like obviously your heart rate's up and down, and then they have like a cardiac event and then they find out. A lot of times it happens postpartum as well. Where people find out that they have these cardiac disorders or diseases. So is it fair to assume that Bronny most likely has a heart condition that he will live with for his life? Who's to say? Perhaps. There's probably something underlying there. I don't know like what the event was. I don't know if he was like hit sometimes on impact.
I'm actually not even sure either.
Because Damar Hamlin was hit.
He was hit.
Yeah. And like...
He was hit. He got up. He fell like down.
Right.
Got up and then went down.
Yeah. So then,
And apparently he's playing this season.
yeah.
Which to me is like truly horrific.
Well, it just depends because it's like, is there truly an underlying disease there or an underlying issue, or was it just the result of being hit on impact?
From what I remember reading about Damar, it was based off of like that one event. Like he was
Right.
hit. There was like some rhythm, and it was
Right.
like a millisecond, basically, that if he was hit at that one rhythm,
Yeah, it
that
knocks
would
you. Mhm.
put you into cardiac arrest. I don't know what happened with Bronny. I guess I could do more research. I know from what my mom was telling me this weekend was that like she watches a lot of CNN, and the doctor on CNN was like, this is going to continue to happen to him, and it's really advised that he not play.
Yeah. And so kind of, but also like schools and, programs are kind of like, oh, I mean, one, it's national news. Two, it's like, yeah, now you have this history on your.
That's a really good point.
What?
Like, are they going to want to invest in his career? Knowing
Well,
that
it's just not safe. So if you're being medically advised to stop playing this sport, there's no way that you're going to be able to pass a physical in order
that's
to
true.
play this
but
sport.
then you're also LeBron's son, so it's like, what
So now
what
you're going to
privilege
have,
does that carry?
Well, that's
Or
why I'm like,
where do people like turn their heads?
you pivot. And obviously, like, it's hard being the son of an athlete, but that's why I feel like, yeah, parents who like play these sports and want to pass it on to their kids, like, you never really know. You can't guarantee that. So, yeah, you can groom them to play this sport and groom them to be this top athlete, but anything could happen at any time. So, you really need to be grooming them in other areas of their life so that you're going to have an identity crisis anyway if this is the sport that you love. But now, you're going to have this identity crisis because you physically cannot play in order to preserve your life.
Right.
So
I don't know.
It's
I
not
kinda feel
worth
like he's
it.
going to end up playing again, but what do
yeah,
I
he
know?
very well could. And if that's the risk that he's willing to assume, there's only so much that people can do. But also, you have to pass a physical to play sports. I highly doubt that
I didn't think about
schools,
the physical part.
I highly doubt that schools are going to sign him on, if you can't pass a physical. Or if
Isn't
you
he
have an
already
underlying heart
under
condition.
contract for a college?
I have no idea.
You usually know everything.
He does. He does.
Like, what's the one thing you don't know?
I don't know, but yes, cardiac arrest means to stop. The heart stops beating. A heart attack is a myocardial infarction. These two terms are used interchangeably to like the general public when in fact they're very different. And that's when people, when people say they feel an elephant on their chest,
I've never heard that.
or like people like grab their chest, that's a heart attack. That's a myocardial infarction. And people, that pain of the blockage, like they can feel that. In a cardiac arrest, you're down.
You're just, because there's nothing happening.
Yeah.
Flatline. Goodbye. Okay.
And that's the little medical tidbit.
Boom. Tell the people where to follow us. Tell the people what to see.
Okay, we are on Instagram at Codependence, TS2_, and TikTok. And also, guys, we did an Amazon Live today. Not today. We did an Amazon Live last week, and if you guys want to check it out, we will link that in the bio description and also put it on our Instagram page. If you guys have any questions for us, feel free to send us a message. Let us know what y'all want us to talk about, and we'll see you guys next week.
Like, rate, subscribe. Bye.
Bye.